There have been times when I questioned my career choice. Yes or no?
I had to think about it.
Okay.
I never questioned it, and I had an interesting story. So I'm a licensed attorney, and I left being a lawyer. I mean, I'm still technically a lawyer, but I just don't practice to do this, and I've never looked back. I think being kind of back to like a little bit of the first prompt, I think being an example of someone who defies those stereotypes, kind of what you were just talking about, oh, sex workers are not intelligent, or that this is a last resort. And it was always a first resort for me. I was like, this lifestyle seems so much better. I have freedom, I have happiness, and just being an example of someone who lives life on their terms and lives a life conducive to their own happiness. I love being that, and I love advocating for this community, especially as someone who came from such a, I guess, prestigious, privileged community into one of the most marginalized community. I love the fact that I can help this community. I feel like that work is so much more meaningful to me than being an attorney ever was.
What about it makes it meaningful to you?
I think just doing that, destigmatizing it, breaking those stereotypes, doing what I can. I mean, eventually I want to use my degree and my license to give back to this community in whatever way that I can. And the fact that I love the fact that this has given me the opportunity to pursue the things I really want to do, like the life I really want to live. Like more like slow living has always been something I wanted to do. I never wanted to do the 9 to 5, but I thought there was no way out. And this was a way out, and once I saw it, there was no going back for me.
I have questioned it, and I had to get my way to that understanding because coming in, like I'm a little bit older than most that start off in this kind of career. I'm 31, and as well, established, going to school, doing all that, and I kind of hit a bottom when I went through like a breakup and kind of had to worry about myself and my daughter, and I had to make these choices. So I'm gonna be honest, like it definitely was a moment where I had to like, am I making the right choice? Am I doing what's best for me and my daughter in this exact moment? And then it took that, making that step and then kind of submerging myself in this lifestyle where now I feel comfortable. But I had to really make that judgment first because I didn't know what was to come. You're kind of like, you hear all these things, all these stigmas, and you're like, I don't know, what if this, what if that? And then now that I'm here, it's the best decision I've made, but I did have some self-doubts.
I think being a woman pastor in America is interesting. I was born in Lebanon, grew up in Sri Lanka, and grew up under the care of a single mom who was a pastor, but she didn't get a title or get paid for it. I think seeing her, I always wanted to be like her, to empower others and to live a life that is empowering and loving and healing, as you guys mentioned. But I think moving here found a whole new side of women should not be pastors, should stay at home, raise children. That was interesting. So it's been a complicated journey, but I would say God has also used men, interestingly, to empower me and to step into that space. So it's been a complicated journey.
And I think I said to God, God, I'm the wrong gender. You made me the wrong gender for this call and for what I do, because it's so accepted for a man to do this, but not for a woman. And so I have meetings twice a week, and there's a church up the street, and they sent 2 men to my meeting, and they said, well, what are you called to do? And I said, well, in addition to pastoring, I'm called to evangelize to the nations. Well, then about a couple of weeks later, I happened to go to that church. The pastor's right in front of me, and he said, no woman is called to evangelize to the nations. Ooh. And I just, I was so sweet and so nice. I didn't know that. As he's talking to me, I go, wait a minute. And I put 2 and 2 together. And then he came up with every woman before was in the wrong. For example, Catherine Coleman, Amy Simple McPherson, and this was a 4-square church. So there's some very strong, hard views against women. I will do a whole church service and somebody will come up to me and said, don't you know a woman's not supposed to pastor? Or don't you know a woman's not supposed to preach or teach? And so even when I say Pastor Gemma, I don't use it a lot because there's so much attitude toward that. But I know that I'm pleasing the Lord, and this is what God has called me to do. So my glory is from God and not from man.
Thank you for sharing. All right, ladies and gents. If you love the Dr. Daff Show and have enjoyed our thoughtful, provoking conversations and wish to support the show, we can continue to bring you more content. I invite you to join our Patreon community. Producing this show is a true passion of mine, but let's be honest, it's also expensive to create, from our production teams to studio equipment, casting, and other production costs. It's a lot. So by subscribing, not only will you be helping us continue to bring you meaningful content, but you will also get access to some incredible perks. As a Patreon supporter, you will receive exclusive videos that are only available to our community. You will also get early access to some of our upcoming episodes so that you can see some of the content before anyone else does. And even for some of our most exciting episodes on YouTube, we may leave out some of the sections and post them only on our Patreon page for our community. And because I want to make it extra special, all Patreon members will enjoy exclusive discounts on Fine Forever, my faith-inspired fragrance line. But that's not all. This is about building a real connection with you. As a member, you will also have a chance to suggest video topics and ideas, and even help us to create some of the prompts for any future episodes. Your input would shape the show in such a meaningful way and reflect what you care about. Supporting the Patreon isn't just about perks. It's about helping us to fund the show and take it to new heights. Your support makes it possible for us to be able to keep creating thought-provoking conversations. So if you believe in what we're doing and you want to see more, then join us on Patreon today. The link is in the description below, and I cannot wait to welcome you to the community. Together, we can keep the show going and growing. Thank you so much for your support. It means the world to me.